a manufacturing-focused web-based application that improves communications between buyers and sellers that focuses on supply chain quality activities to improve finished product quality, reduce supply chain risk, and the cost of quality. So I've got a bunch of grandkids, and we had to have a monthly soccer team bake sale where my grandson wanted to sell my wife's famous double chocolate cookies. So of course we went to the recipe management system. There's years of research and development all stored in this recipe management system. Elemica Quality manages specifications, recipes, and bill of materials. Bill of materials include everything from flour, baking soda, the cocoa. Once again, Elemica Quality also manages bill of material information. When we start looking at those specifications, there's one key ingredient, which is the cocoa. So we're looking for this Dutch cocoa. Also, the wife said, hey, regulatory requirements, we don't want any conflict cocoa. Where are the suppliers? Which suppliers are going to use for our ingredients? So we start looking at all the different requirements. Does it meet specifications and regulatory requirements? And Elemica Quality manages that type of interaction as well. So when it comes down to determining the specs, there's a lot of different suppliers out there that provide the cocoa. Elemica Quality manages this type of information about the supply chain as well. I get my purchase order, a list of all the products that I need to get. We handle purchase order information associated with getting that in the hands of the supplier. The material I needed to make my product is not available. So we look for other options. So I, as a supplier, say, hey, I can't meet the needs of this request. What I'm going to do is see if there's something else that the customer would accept. So I got permission, says, okay, I can send something or buy something if there's no other choice. So we manage that out-of-spec variance approval process. She wants to get the nutritional information, and that's part of entering a COA. So that's the COA requirement. So I take a picture of the label, which shows the test results for that. The next step is an advanced shipment notification. So that's your ship notice saying what you ordered is on its way. Get home and the grocery bag breaks. That's tracking a non-conformance. We had transportation damage. Elemica tracks all of that quality issue. But once we get the product, then it comes in and we have lab testing. Now it's off to an online library, so we've got to review production requirements. And of course, there's production testing that's going along during the whole manufacturing process. So we've got the ability to capture all of that in production test data. And of course, there's always finished product testing, where there's more test results that need to be logged into the system. And that's it. I mean, that's a high-level process of manufacturing, everything from coming up with the specifications, the bill of material, selecting the appropriate suppliers, buying the product, making substitutions if necessary, confirming things are in specification, tracking issues during production, and recording production results. And there's a lot of touch points. So when we think about in a factory and in a business from a manufacturing standpoint, there's a lot of different job roles that got involved in that whole story. But this is just an example of how much information really needs to flow back and forth to support these processes. So we've been doing this for quite a while, very familiar with certificates of analysis and the challenges that manufacturers have working with their suppliers. We service many different marketplaces. We've got everything from consumer goods, foods, chemicals, etc. You can kind of see the grand scope of all the different market verticals that we service.